welcome to lesson number 1 of learning how to play the guitar. And this is my new pupil here called Sam. Hi Sam.
Hi.
Hello. Now, have you ever played guitar before?
I played a small travel guitar once.
Small travel guitar. Okay, brilliant. So we're going to go over the basic steps first. So I want you to hold up your hands. Okay, now are you left-handed or right-handed? I'm
right-handed.
Right-handed. Brilliant, that's great. So now with your left hand on the fretboard, okay,
like this?
That's the fretboard. Brilliant. So I want you to hold up your left hand for me, please. Okay. Now from your thumb, your first finger,
index,
second finger,
middle finger,
third finger,
wedding,
and then fourth finger.
Pinky.
So on the fretboard, you've got all the frets going along. So
who's ready? Layman's terms.
Layman's terms.
Literally.
Okay. So on that long stick thing attached to the big body of that guitar, that thing there, brilliant. You know, you've got some little metal things in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like toothpicks.
Like, yeah, kind of, yeah. So in between each of those toothpicks is called a fret. Okay.
I see.
Yeah. So they're called frets.
So these.
That's right. So obviously from the very top of that big long stick thing, you've got fret number 1.
I see.
That one there, so fret number 2 and fret 3, 4, 5 and so on and so forth. And then your strings, so those long stringy things called strings going along the big stick thing.
Yeah.
You've got a really thin one right at the bottom, so if you want to pluck that one for me please, or tap it or pull it, yeah, that one.
Very therapeutic.
That's very lovely. That is your top E string, so that's your top string, okay? So that's basically string number 1, and then if you go along all the strings, you get to obviously string number 6, which is the bottom E string.
This one here?
That one there, yeah. Do you want to just pull that one for me, please? Bum. Awesome.
Bum, ba, dum,
Bum, bum, bum. So first of all...
mice in here.
I'm going to teach you how to do a chord A, first of all. So I want you to place your first finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret.
Oh my god, hang on. First finger?
First finger, yeah.
On the 4th string?
Yeah, on the 2nd fret.
There.
Perfect.
Just holding that one there?
Now your second finger must be placed underneath onto the 3rd string in the same fret. And then your 3rd finger on the 2nd string on the 2nd fret, so underneath. So you've got to fit them all into that fret there.
Well, my fingers are too big.
Go on, try and squeeze them in. That's brilliant. Now normally when you play that chord you'd play those particular strings, because otherwise it sounds a bit too boomy. So if you want to play those strings,
just do this.
So not all, you don't want to do it all the way from the bottom. You want to just really play the strings that you pressed over. So if you want to play strings 4, 3, 2 and 1 for me.
One here?
Yep, if you strum those 4 strings, top 4 strings.
No.
Perfect.
Yay.
And now you have a chord A.
Oh my god, so much hassle.
So second of all now we're going to do chord D.
I've forgotten, hang on.
You're going to do chord A, alright then. Recap session. Beautiful.
Sorry.
So now we're going to do chord D.
Okay.
So I want you to place your 3rd finger on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret.
Yeah.
No, on the... So you want your 3rd finger, so get your 3rd finger out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
on the 2nd
marks
string.
on my fingers, is that right?
It's normal to have marks on your fingers, yes, because when you first start playing, the tops of your fingers are very soft. So you will feel quite a bit of pain to begin with, but the more you play, the harder they'll get and the easier it'll be.
You could do like little thimbles.
Yeah, I don't suppose you wouldn't be able to press them down though, would you? Or finger hats with little smiley faces on.
Like
Food for thought.
Dragon's Den.
Possibly.
I'm out.
Right, so you want your third finger on the third fret on the second string. Now, what mistake are you doing there, do you think? I'm just gonna zoom in so people can see. Okay, so...
Third finger, is that number one?
No, I think your finger's okay, isn't it? You've got your third finger, because you're counting from your thumb, aren't you? So you've got your third finger. So I've said second string.
String?
Aha, there we go. Brilliant. So now I want you to place your second finger,
Yeah.
okay, on the second fret.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the first string.
Okay.
Okay.
Trying to
That's
make a spider
perfect.
with my hand and it's a bit drunk.
Yeah. The thing is as well, it always will feel weird because you're not used to making the shapes.
Yeah. Oh, our friends, they do like that old lady and that bear. Can think of names for the shapes of my hand.
Well, this one is actually going to be a triangle shape, so you'll see that now in a second.
Isosceles or right angled?
Right angled.
Okay.
So now I want you to place your first finger on the third string on the second fret.
Third string, second fret.
That's perfect. Now if you play those top 4 strings again, so if you want to strum those, just the top 4. That's perfect. Now do you want to try and do a recap and then do an A and then do a D? Now there's an easy way of transitioning between these two.
Okay.
So, first of all, if you want to move your first finger up 1 string,
Yeah.
okay, then move your second finger up 2 strings.
Ow!
Yeah, that's it, and then slide your other finger across.
Across?
Yeah, across into the second fret,
Oh,
and then you've got
superb.
A. So that's a nice easy way of transitioning without having to take your fingers off the fretboard at all.
It is.
And then learning...
I can't quite do it up here, which means it doesn't come down the central nervous system.
But that's it, it will take a bit of time.
Synapses in my brain cannot produce information that quickly.
So whilst you're strumming A, you can then slide your third finger back across to the third fret.
Yeah.
Okay. Then drop that second finger right down to the top string. That's it. And then drop your first finger down 1 string, and then you've got your D again.
Is there any songs which only have the letter A in them?
To be quite honest, most songs have A, D, and E, and that's the next chord that we will be learning. Yay! Yes, it's frustrating.
3. Can I not make my own up? Oh, it's just D.
That's D. See if you remember how to do A.
A, I know. Hang on. A is like. Is it the third string?
So remember to start, gradually. That first finger you move it up 1 string.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your second finger you move that up 2 strings, so it's right below. And then you slide your other one across.
Oh, I see.
That's it. Perfect.
Hang on.
That's it. It takes a bit of time to get the tension on the strings onto the fretboard, you see.
Yeah.
So sometimes you will get that kind of like that. What would you call it? Like
Shit sound.
that shit sound.
That's the one, yeah.
But after it does get easier, the more you actually practice just pressing down on it.
Again. This is A, is it?
Yeah.
Ah, that's the shit sound.
Oh.
Hang on. I'll have to write something in it.
Perfect.
And D was that goes across, that
Yeah.
goes down 2. And goes down 1.
Perfect.
Oh.
There you go.
Yes!
Woo! Are you ready to learn one more chord? And then we've got a song.
I'm ready for finger surgery.
So now we're going to learn how to do chord E. You ready? If you go back to your A chord, if you remember how to play A.
Yeah. Hang on.
Beautiful. With your first finger, if you slide that across to the first fret.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Twang.
And then your second finger, if you move that up to the 5th string on the 2nd fret. And if you move your third finger up to the 4th string on the 2nd fret. Now if you want to strum those bottom 4 strings.
Bottom 4.
The bottom 4 strings. Perfect. And that's E.
More like a growl that was compared to a cat.
Right, okay.
Call that the tiger. Eye of the tiger. Ladies?
Great. So do you want to then go back to A and then see if you know then how to move to E?
Should we take a photo of my fingers? On the guitar, I mean. Carried away, hang on here. I know where A is, you see, viewers, but to get back to E is a little bit tricky. Don't you think? You hold those thoughts. They probably already switched to like Katy Perry or something and watching that instead of me.
I'm sure people will find this very intuitive.
Fat man plays guitar. Don't laugh at my obesity levels. It's an illness.
Sorry.
E. It's really hurt my fingers. I know A is down here. Ah! Got bitten. A. Oh dear. That's not A at all, is it, mate?
That's A.
A and...
Perfect!
That was a guess. Woo!
Woo! So do you want to just like explain what you're holding now on E?
A guitar I'm holding.
Okay, good point.
Okay, and my first finger on the first fret.
Perfect, yeah.
With the 4th string.
Yep.
Second finger, 2nd fret, 5th string. Third finger, 2nd fret.
Strat.
Fret. Got a speech impediment. Gareth Gates, hope you're watching. Third finger, 2nd fret, 4th string.
Brilliant, that is spot on. Now can you remember D?
Who? D was D. Sliding. No.
So it was the triangle, wasn't it?
Can guess. That one there. Remember.
That's amazing. Now what are you doing there then?
First finger, 2nd fret. 3rd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret. 1st string.
Yep.
3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string.
Perfect. Now there's a lot of songs that actually use those 3 chords, so once you've learned those, the best way of learning how to progress between each one and learning how to strum is actually strumming along to one of your favourite songs. And there's loads that include things like Green Day, you've got Oasis, you've got big bands that just use those 3 chords throughout their whole songs. I mean, another good method as well is using a metronome or having someone either from your phone doing a click or maybe a drum beat or something like that.
Or a tap.
Or a tap. A tap.
Not a kitchen tap.
Probably no, it wouldn't be very helpful, would it?
Have you not got a spectrum I can use?
A spectrum?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, you mean a plectrum?
Do I?
Yes, you do. Shall I go and get a plectrum for you?
Yeah.
I have one. You are, my darling? It's an orange.
Hold this up here, don't I?
No, you hold it down on the main body of the guitar.
The body?
That is the body.
Like that. Hold it down. Oh, facing down.
On the strings, yeah.
Sounds very plasticky.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Caress, I find, not to jab.
That's good. How do you feel after learning those 3 chords?
Quite full, actually, after my pizza. It's exciting, actually.
Is it?
What an inspiring way to man's guitar wanting to learn sessions.
Do you think it's something that you want to carry on learning now after learning those 3 chords?
Yeah, once you get used to it.
Yeah.
At the start, I was a bit like...
What do you think's the most frustrating thing at the moment for learning?
Probably the end of my fingers hurt. And wanting to play a song, but you can't because it takes practice, perseverance, dedication, most of all, love.
Love. But the thing is as well, if once you've learnt those chords and you start listening to your songs, the more you learn the chords and the more you actually practice those, the quicker and easier it's going to be to learn those songs that you really love and enjoy.
I can't say that is correct, but I'm sure it is. Once I start learning.
Well, you think you've already learnt those 3 chords in the space of however long this video has taken. See? And how quick is that?
My song's going to consist of these 2 chords. D. A. Oh, fuck!